Okay, this is just going to be the official unboxing of a heavy-duty choker cable made by Timber Tuff. 5/16" cable. It is 15 foot long, max working load 2,200 pounds, 3/8" probe length, 16 inches. The ring here that the probe goes through to choke the cable up on is 1/2 inch diameter, pretty heavy duty, 4 3/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. Easy for use with ATVs, lawn tractors, UTVs. I'm going to use it mainly for pulling out some small logs. I also get a bunch of brush and limbs when I have the tree cutters. I have them start at the top and then just drop it down, so I don't have to pay to clean up. Because the cleanup, I can have a few trees dropped on my property line. They'll drop them pretty reasonable, but the big money comes in is when you tell them you want them cut and everything gone. It was like $1,500 a tree to haul it off. It's huge money to haul it off. One warning on it, not for overhead lifting. So just slide it out. They went through the trouble of painting it, pretty nice. And they even went through the trouble of putting heat shrink tubing around this. If you mess with steel rope cable at all, you're inevitably going to get your skin punctured by one of the strands. It looks like they've covered all the bases on this. I can't feel any. But I'd say who knows how long this stuff's going to last when you're actually out in the field using it. So this cedar log is it's at least 25 foot long. And the way it's in that mess right there, I'm going to go ahead and hook it up here on the narrow end. I'm going to try it just putting that the other steel ring right on the center point on that eye match. That 1025R John Deere never ceases to amaze me. That's not even in 4-wheel drive. But it's not wet. Partly gravel. Very little slippage. That D-ring in the center of the eye match hitch on the top 3-point, I think that would work. I worry about it slipping off, but I think I'll continue to try that until it does. It's even bringing a smaller log out with it. That's about a 6 to 7 inch diameter, about 20 foot long. Okay, on hookup, about the simplest thing to remember is all you need is the probe first. The steel probe hanging down there. Just he goes around your log first, along with the small oval ring, and then they both go through the large one. And after a couple of tries, you'll get it. It'll come pretty easy. I think I'm going to like it better than a chain. I've always used a 5/16" chain before, and just wrapped it a couple of times. Sometimes that's a pain, but they do make a choker loop for a regular length chain that I think is pretty handy too. But this cable, I don't know, I'm just trying it out. I've never used one before, so let's watch how it tightens up on this one. This is going to probably bring out just a water brush with it. It worked out pretty good. It just brought out the log I wanted. Or not log, but piece I'm going to cut up above. Okay, here's the largest one. Looks like it's 10 to 12 feet. Pretty good diameter. Let's see how it does on this one. Not too shabby. So far, the thing about the cable that I like is that it's not slipping. It looks like it's not even slipping an inch. Very little slippage. This one here, tied to the top of the tree. It's a long tree tip. It runs clear over to the base of that stump, and I've got to fight all that to get into it. So I'm going to try this. I'm kind of pulling it out back asswards. We'll see how it goes. Well, that went good. It really opened it up too. Because I need to get to that gravel. I'm not going to drag this piece, I'm just going to show you. Just keep in mind to stick the probe through first. It's got an angle on it. You can go straight, you can start tipping it up, like here. Take them both through there. Take your big D-ring, run them both through there. This rod and this spring is on the implement of your tractor. And it'll go. And what really impresses me is that you think that would slide, but I didn't realize, again, this is my first cable choker. I didn't realize how awesome the cable would grip that bark, but it flat does. It's basically so easy a caveman could do it. But I'll just show you around for this kind of a, this is a really big mess here. And I just had them drop these trees. You can see this cluster. They were completely knotted together. That cedar and whatever that thing was. Look at these three. And then as they grew up, they all got knotted together. And these here were dying. On up in there, that in there was about half eaten out. He said it would have probably went over, or at least broke in half at a pretty decent windstorm. But for this kind of a cleanup, I think the cable choker is going to excel. And also, I bought these on Amazon, and I'm going to post a link. Thanks for watching.